We have no time for this. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, a great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last Guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
I'm sorry I'm late. It's just as we feared. Archimonde and his Doomguard are making their way towards the summit. He'll be here any moment.
10,000 years ago, we Night Elves defeated the Burning Legion. Though the rest of the world was shattered, we were left free to live out our immortal lives in peace, bound to the World Tree. We are its protectors, and through it we were granted immortality and power over nature. Now, at last, it is time we gave that power back.
You realize that we will age as these mortals do. Our powers over nature will wane in time.
If pride gives us pause, my love, then perhaps we have lived long enough already. I will proceed to the summit and prepare our defenses there. Whatever comes, my love, remember, our bond is eternal.
Hear me, Night Elves. The time for reckoning has come.
If you can provide our bases with support and keep us from being overwhelmed, Thrall and I will delay Archimonde's ascent.
Your plan is a bold one, girl. Perhaps I have misjudged you, Outlanders. May Elune shine upon you.
To arms, my brethren. To arms, brave orcs and humans. Twilight falls, and the enemy awaits.
Waiting on you. The goddess calls.
What threatens these lands? The land and I are one. For Kalimdor.
Priestess Tyrande, the undead have begun to construct a new settlement. It won't be long before they start attacking our allies.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished. Our allies' town needs help. Research finished.
The undead are attacking. Send help.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Research finished.
Ashtherodanador.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Something is amiss.
Research finished. Research finished.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Research finished.
Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done.
Our allies' town needs help.
Our time is now.
The
Our
land
warriors
and I
have
are
engaged
one.
the enemy.
I heed the voice of a
Your
loon.
building is complete. Research
Threatens
finished.
these lands. Anudora.
Where shall I strike?
Something is amiss.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Research finished.
At once.
The goddess calls. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished. Research finished. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman.
By the great winds I come.
Research finished.
I stand ready.
Something is amiss.
Someone
By the
threatens
great
wilds?
winds I come.
I stand ready.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Research finished.
By the great winds I come.
The land and I are one.
I stand ready.
I am prepared.
Waiting on you.
By the great winds I come.
Ah, the great outdoors.
My strength is yours.
I heed the
Goddess,
voice of
light
Elune.
my path.
Research finished.
My path is clear.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The sleeper has awakened.
Goddess,
more
light
Our
my
time
path.
is short.
More lumber is required. More lumber is required.
The sleeper has awakened.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Our allies' town needs help.
What threatens these lands? What threatens these lands?
Research finished.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm awake. Of course.
The land and I are one.
Together spells.
Threatens these lands. Something is amiss.
Research finished.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Anudura. At once. My path is clear. Of course.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Is there trouble?
Research finished.
Out with it.
What threatens these lands?
Research finished.
The goddess calls.
Our allies' town is lost.
I heed the voice of the wind.
Thy bidding.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these lands?
Research finished.
Enlighten me.
As sleep dulled my senses. Where shall I strike?
Our allies' town needs help.
Someone comes the line.
The land of power.
My strength is yours.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens these lands?
Our time is short.
Goddess, light my
Research
path.
finished.
My strength is yours. Where shall I strike?
Create more moonwells.
By the
Create
great
more
stand
winds
ready.
I come.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Research finished.
I stand ready.
By the
Create
great
more
winds
moonwells.
I come.
Something is amiss.
I
Create
stand
more
ready.
moonwells.
Someone could use the light.
As sleep dulled my senses. Threatens these lands.
Research finished.
I stand ready.
By the great winds I come.
Someone could use the wire. So be
The
it.
land and I are one. It shall be done.
By the great winds I come.
Goddess, light my path. Our allies' town needs help.
Something is amiss.
By the great winds I come.
Our allies' town needs help. Goddess, light my path.
The goddess calls.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Our allies' town needs help. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Insufficient gold. Goddess, light my path.
The land and I are one.
By the great winds
the great
I come.
outdoors.
Anodora.
I stand ready.
By the great winds I come.
Ah,
Create
the
more
great
moonwells.
outdoors.
I am prepared.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands?
Someone could use the wire.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Threatens these lands.
I stand ready.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I stand ready. The goddess calls.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Ah, the great outdoors.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Goddess, light our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The land and I are one.
Ashra Thoraman. The goddess calls.
has
What threatens these lands?
Goddess, light my path.
The sleeper
Goddess,
has
light my
awakened.
path.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Light my path.
The sleeper has awakened.
Someone could use the wire. I heed the voice of Elune. I stand ready.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Anodora.
Make it fast.
The
stand
sleeper
ready.
has awakened.
In position.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Something is amiss.
I stand ready.
Standing guard.
The
Create more
sleeper
new
has
worlds.
awakened.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
Where shall I strike?
Our allies' town needs help.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ah, the great outdoors.
My strength is yours.
Hi! Gladly.
What threatens these lands?
Ah, the great outdoors. Our allies' town needs help.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ah, the great outdoors.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Insufficient gold.
Our time is short. The
Goddess,
sleeper
light my
has
path.
awakened.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Goddess, light my path.
I'm awake. The sleeper has awakened.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Your building is complete. Our allies' town needs help. Goddess, light my path.
The land and I are one.
The sleeper has awakened.
As the goddess wills.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I stand ready.
Our time is short.
I stand
My
ready.
The great
strength is yours.
outdoors. Your building is complete. Ah, the great outdoors.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What is nature's call?
What threatens these lands?
The goddess calls.
Ah, the great outdoors. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Where shall I strike? My path is clear.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wilds?
The land and I are one.
My strength
Ah,
is
the
yours.
we
great
being invaded?
outdoors.
Where shall I strike?
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Our allies' town needs help.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
What is nature's call?
Something is amiss.
I stand ready.
The sleeper has awakened.
Point the way. I stand ready.
Your building is complete.
I stand ready.
The
Has
sleeper
sleep
has
dulled my
awakened.
senses?
I stand ready.
Our time is gone.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Winds I come.
Our allies' town needs help.
Once.
Goddess, light my path. Your building is complete.
By the great winds I come.
Ah, the great outdoors. Is there trouble? I'm game.
Something is
Goddess,
amiss.
light my path.
By the great winds I come.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
By the great winds I come.
Someone threatens the wild?
What threatens these lands?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls.
Our gold mine is running low. Our allies' town needs help.
Our time is short.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wild.
Your mana is depleted. Goddess, light my path. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Out with it.
Are we being invaded? For the trees. Speak your mind.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune.
I am sworn to avenge.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our gold mine has collapsed. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our allies' town needs
By the
help.
great winds I
I
come.
stand ready. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss. For Kalendor, the sleeper
By
has
the great winds I come.
the land and I are one.
The goddess calls. I stand ready. I heed the voice of Elune.
By the great winds I come.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The sleeper has awakened.
I stand ready.
Our allies' town needs help.
By the great winds I come.
Something is amiss.
Someone is alive.
Goddess, light my path.
What threatens these lands?
Our strength is yours.
I heed the voice of the wind.
The land of time.
Our goddess, light my champion has fallen.
The sleeper has awakened.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Goddess, light my path. Ah, the great outdoors. Our allies' town needs help.
Threatens these lands. For Kalimdor.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Something is amiss. As sleep dulled my senses. Anudora. Ashtherodanador.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Of course. My path is clear.
Our allies' town needs help. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
By the great winds I come.
Come, you night elves. Where is the fire and the passion with which you fought so long ago?
Light my path.
The sleeper has awakened.
By the great winds I come.
Goddess, light my Our allies' town needs help.
By the great winds I come.
Archimonde's victory here has made him overconfident. He will not see the trap that I laid for him until it is too late.
At last, the way to the World Tree is clear. Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
The Outlanders held him back as long as they could. Were you successful in planning the summit's defense?
Yes. Now our victory is assured.
The roots will heal in time, as will the entire world. The sacrifices have been made. Just as the orcs, humans, and night elves discarded their old hatreds and stood united against a common foe, so did nature herself rise up to banish the shadow forever. As for me, I came back to ensure that there would be a future, to teach the world that it no longer needed guardians. The hope for future generations has always resided in mortal hands. And now that my task is done, I will take my place amongst the legends of the past.